Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening. One of the key issues impacting our daily lives is inflation. Today, we will take a closer look at what causes it, its impact on our economy and households, and the current issues surrounding this presenting matter. Inflation happens when the prices of goods and services rise. In Malaysia, this is due to higher import costs, a weaker currency, and supply issues, worsened by the global events like the COVID-19 pandemic and conflicts. In 2024, the cost of living increased, with essentials like food and fuel becoming more expensive, hitting low and middle-income families the hardest. Many are urging the government to step in with subsidies and price controls to ease the burden.
The first factors of inflation in Malaysia is global commodity price. The fluctuation in global oil and food price directly affect Malaysian economy as the country relies on imported goods for consumption. For the example is in recent years, rising global food prices increase transportation costs, which lead to higher foods and goods price. The impact of inflation in Malaysia is erosion of purchasing power. Rising prices reduce the value of money, affecting household budget. In 2024, households face increased expenses on basic goods like cooking oil and rice due to inflationary pressures.
While rising wages in sectors such as retail and construction are helping workers earn more, it's also driving up price for consumer, fueling inflation. But when wage growth doesn't keep up with the rising cost of living, workers' real purchasing power drops, and the cycle of inflation continues, making it harder for households to keep up with expenses. In Malaysia today, inflation is not hitting everyone equally. Lower-income households, which spend a larger share of their income on essentials like food and transportation, are feeling the pressure as prices continue to rise. Meanwhile, wealthier Malaysians, with investment in real estate and equities, are seeing their wealth increase, creating a widening gap between the rich and poor.
Recently, heavy rains throughout November 2024 and expected to be active until March 2025 directly impacted the supply of vegetables, fish, and other seafoods. These are the most common food formulations to consume every day. In Malaysia, food prices are climbing due to a combination of heavy rains and global events. Also, external factors such as global prices of animal feed and others ended up driving chicken prices, while the ongoing Ukraine war is driving oil, gas, grains, and fertilizers. And that's definitely some bad news for individuals who engage with agriculture sector. Meanwhile, the war in Ukraine is also affecting global grain and fertilizer supplies. Ukraine is one of the world's largest grain exporters. With the export disruption, global grain prices has risen sharply. This in return has caused fertilizer costs in Malaysia to jump by 20 to 25%, leading to higher production costs for local farmers. Inflation in Malaysia is caused by higher import costs, a weaker currency, and global supply chain disruptions, worsened by the events like the COVID-19 pandemic. It has led to increased living costs, particularly impacting low and middle-income households. The government is facing pressure to introduce measures like subsidies and price controls to alleviate the burden of citizens and stabilize the economy.